Hare Krishna. A very warm welcome to all the devotees to our class. The class is about Srimad Bhagavatam study. Actually, in this class, uh, we are doing a Shloka memorization workshop, which is part of our the bigger program, which is Srimad Bhagavatam study. And in this Shloka memorization workshop, we are going to deepen our experience of Srimad Bhagavatam study. So we have a separate class on Srimad Bhagavatam study where we are systematically studying Srimad Bhagavatam from Canto 1, Chapter 1, Verse 1, and so on. And as a supplementary class, this Shloka memorization workshop was started mainly to memorize, practice, and discuss some of the important verses from Srimad Bhagavatam. The objective is mainly to further enrich our experience of Srimad Bhagavatam by memorizing the key verses and discussing them in a group of devotees. So far we have managed to hold 41 classes on this topic, which means something like 41 verses we have already memorized. Now today is our 42nd class, and the verse we are going to do is the third verse of the first chapter of the second canto. So we will start with a brief Mangalacharan prayer. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet Nashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatyottama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Okay, so I will now display the verse that we are going to recite today. This is the third verse of the first chapter of the second canto. And the message it signifies is, it summarizes the life of a attached householder. So we will see that in the world today, most of the people or a majority of the people fall under this description, attached householders. So Srimad Bhagavatam, which was kind of written almost 5,000 years ago, captures the summary of an attached householder life in this verse. So very revealing verse. Some of the verses of the Shastras are like which kind of are like mirror to us. They show the mirror. Say what are we like in this life. So this is one of those verses which kind of like a mirror verse, which shows how our lives in general are. So written in Anushtup Chand, this is a very hard-hitting verse. Once we reflect upon this, we kind of feel what kind of life in general people are living in this material world. So we start with maybe I'll start with a brief pronunciation of this verse, recitation of this verse, and then we'll request devotees to recite. Nidraya hriyate naktam vyavayena cha vavayah दिवाचार्थे हया राजन कुटुंब भरणेन वा दिवाचार्थे हया राजन कुटुंब भरणेन वा. So with that small recitation, I request Rakesh Prabhu, would you like to start with the recitation and explanation of the word meaning? I will hide the words. Yeah.
Srimad Bhagavatam 2.1.3. Nidraya hrete naktam vayuvayena cha vavaya divacharthe haya rajan kutumba bharanena va.
Nice attempt, Prabhu. Once again.
निद्रया ह्रियते नक्तं वायुव्येन च भावय दिवा दिवाचार्थे हया राजन् कुटुम्बभरणेन वा.
So most of it is very nice. Only one word there is a little challenge, and I can understand why it is, because it is lot of va. Vyavayena cha
व्यवायेन
vavayah. Vyava. Vyavayena. Vyavayena cha vavayah.
निद्रया ह्रियते नक्तं वायुव्य अच्छा
Vyava.
व्यवाय व्यवायेन
Vyavayena. Vyavayena cha vavayah.
व्यवायेन च भावय मैं वायुव्येन
Hmm.
व्यवायेन च भावय
Hmm.
व्यवायेव च भावय
Vyavayena.
व्यवायेन च भावय निद्रया ह्रियते नक्तं व्यवायेन च भावय दिवाचार्थे हया राजन् कुटुम्बभरणेन वा.
Now good. Very nice. Okay. Now let us do the word meaning.
निद्रया स्लीपिंग ह्रियते वेस्ट नक्तम नाइट
Hmm.
व्यवा व्यवायेन
Vyavayena.
व्या 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 व्यावयेन व्यावयेन
Vyavayena. Vyavayena.
व्यवायेन
Hmm.
व्यवायेन व्यवायेन सेक्स इंटेलिजेंस
Hmm.
वावय वा आइदर
Hmm. Cha and.
वया वया
Hmm.
वया लाइफ
Hmm.
स्पैन
Vayaha. Yeah. Hmm.
लाइफ स्पैन लाइफ टाइम
Hmm.
दिवा डे डे टाइम दिवा चार्थे हया राजन अर्थे हया अर्थ इकोनॉमिक हया डेवलपमेंट राजन ओ किंग कुटुंब फैमिली मेंबर्स भरणेन मेंटेनिंग वा आइदर कुटुंब भरणेन वा.
Very nice.
Okay, O king,
Hmm.
the lifespan of such an envious householder is passed at night either in sleeping or
Hmm.
in sex indulgence,
Hmm.
and in daytime either in making money
Hmm.
or maintaining householders,
Hmm. Or
making
filling.
family members.
Yeah, and maintaining the family members. Kutumba bharanenava.
कुटुंब भरणेन.
Hmm. So, Prabhu, do you see the reality of this verse around you?
Yes, प्रभु जी चारों तरफ
चारों तरफ यही हो रहा?
including me.
Not now. Now uh, you are trying and aspiring for something higher, but probably before you came in contact with devotional service, devotional life, maybe that was the direction in general, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm. So, like to say something on this, Prabhu?
He is telling, Shukdev Goswami is telling about these Grahmedis.
Hmm.
Grahmedis are those persons who think about only their grah or their family members,
Hmm.
wife, children, money, property, house. They do not have any spiritual inclination.
Hmm.
It is not that such activities are prohibited, but they should be done with God consciousness, and one should not forget the higher purpose, that is transcendence.
Hmm.
Yes,
Very
Prabhu.
nice. Very nice. Okay, good. So now we go to our next. So Manish ji, would you like to
Yes,
also
Prabhu.
join us?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. निद्रयार्यते नक्तं व्यवायेन च वावय
Mhm.
दिवाचार्ते हया राजन् कुटुम्बं भरेण वः कुटुम्बं भरेणन् वः
Kutumba bharanena va. Bharanen.
कुटुंब भरणे वा भरे भरणेन वा
Kutumba bharanena va. हाँ, या फिर से
कुटुंबम
बोलिए एक बार.
भरणेन वा
Once again recite. Yeah.
निद्रयार्यते नक्तं व्यवायेन च वावय दिवाचार्ते हया राजन् कुटुंब भरणेन वा.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So now the various word meanings.
Yeah. So nidrya again means sleep.
Hmm.
Rayate is wasting.
Hmm.
Nidrya rayate naktam is night.
Night. Hmm.
Vyavayena, that is the sex indulgence.
Hmm.
And chava means either, also
Yeah.
either. And
Hmm.
vaya is the duration, the lifespan.
Hmm.
Diva is day.
Hmm.
Charte haya means economy, your day-to-day work or economic development.
Hmm.
Charte haya. Rajan is O king.
Hmm.
Kutumba is the family. And
Hmm.
Bhanen is maintaining,
Maintaining them. Hmm.
maintaining them. So here
Bharan.
the message, as we are saying, is the regular householder or whoever is the envious householder is engaged in sleeping or sex indulgence in night,
Hmm.
and in the daytime he is just behind making money so
Hmm.
that he can maintain his family members.
Hmm.
So right now in the current society, every people are so envious of others that अभी उसने कुछ लिया, नया बंगला लिया, गाड़ी लिया, तो another one is also wants to have the same.
Hmm.
So they are always involved in doing all this kind of work, and how I should be a little bit in a higher perspective than other. Huh? There is
Hmm.
no spiritual thinking. It is only materialistic kind of attachment.
Hmm.
And I remember your words, ye dil mange more. So they always want more. Huh? And then they are always involved in eating, mating, sleeping, and defending. So this is what is the current purpose of the life. That is what they typically follow. And they are
Hmm.
always engaged in all these materialistic kind of scenarios, and
Hmm.
they are completely away from what really they know, means ये सब कहाँ से आ रहा है, from where everything is coming. They have completely forgotten who is God, who is the supreme,
Hmm.
and they only do material work, and they completely lack spiritual work.
Hmm. Correct, Prabhu. Yes. So any
So
other verse do you remember from which is related to this? Probably we might have discussed that verse also in eating, mating, sleeping, defending. I'll give you a hint.
eating material,
Eating, mating,
yeah,
sleeping, defending. So there is
sleeping
a Sanskrit
defending,
verse about it.
maybe not getting.
Okay, another hint. It starts
Ah,
with the word ahar.
oh, okay. Ahar vihar, something like that.
Okay. Uh, any other devotees would like to remember ahar?
Ahar Nidra Maituna, this something like that.
Oh,
Ahar nidra bhay maithunam cha
Dranihar bhai making.
samanam etat pashubir naranam dharmo hi tesham adhiko vishesho dharmena hina pashubhir samana. So this is the verse from, I think, from Mahabharata.
Oh,
Ahar
Mahabharata.
nidra ahar nidra bhay maithunam cha samanam etat pashubhir naranam dharmo hi tesham adhiko vishesho dharmena hina pashubhir samana. Eating, sleeping, mating, and defending.
Yeah.
These are four activities which are common between Samanam, Etad, Pashubhi, and Naranam. Common
Hmm.
activities between human being as well as
Animals.
animals.
Yeah.
Dharmen hi tesham adhiko vishesho. But among these, dharma is one activity which is only specifically meant for human being. Dharmen hina pashubir samana. So the person who is without any consideration for dharma is like just like an animal. Dharmena hina pashubhi samana. So that is the verse which is very similar to the mood of this verse.
So it is from Mahabharata. Mahabharata, you
That's
said?
what I recall. That's what I recall.
Okay.
I may not be 100% sure, but this is what my memory tells me. May not be accurate. Okay, now we go to Jivan Prabhu. like to
Okay, Prabhuji.
continue
Yeah.
the
Yeah. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 1 and text number 3. This is giving the typical life of an attached householder or typical activities of a Grahamedi. The verse goes like this: Nidriya hriyate naktam vyayana chava vayaha divacharte ihaya rajan kudamba bharanena va.
Kutumba bharanena va. Yes,
Okay.
Prabhu.
Word by word meaning, Nidriya means by sleeping. Kriyate means one who is wasting their life. Naktam in the night. Vyavavayana means Vyavavayana means by sex indulgence. Cha also, Va is either. Vayaha means the duration of life. Diva means the days. Cha arte ihaya. Cha means also. Arte ihaya means arte means that is that material things, material earning, economic, and ihaya is the development. Rajan is he is addressing to King Parikshit. Kudumba Bharanayana. Kudumba Bharanayana means family. Kudumba is family. Bharanayana means this is the maintaining the family. Va means either. See, the lifetime of such an envious householder is passed at night either in sleeping or in sex indulgence, and in the daytime either in making money or maintaining family members. That is what is the translation. It goes like this. Actually, this particular shloka does not give, actually, if you read the shloka, it will not immediately give. You have to link it with the previous shloka, which says about the Grihamedya. Actually, the context is going like this. In the end of chapter 1, chapter 19 of Canto 1, Parishit Maharaj asked Sukadeva Goswami the question, what a man should hear, chant, remember and worship, and what he should not do.
What he
This
should not do.
particular first three shlokas,
Correct.
first shlokas is telling about what one should not do. That is, Bruhi Yatpi Va Viparyayam. That's what is the question. In verse number 1, here in this chapter, which we dealt in the last time where I was absent, he appreciates Parishit Maharaja for his wonderful question. And in verses 2 to 4, what should not, and he asks, what should not be chanted, heard, or remembered, which is reflected in a Grahamedi's life. In verse 2, actually, this particular verse, if you read the translation, you will not understand. You have to link it with verse number 2, which defines Grahamedi. He describes Grahamedi as one who is blind to the ultimate truth, that is Apachatam Atmanam, he says. And he has thousands of thoughts to chant, hear, and remember, accepting the spiritual things. Now, in verse number 3, which today which we are dealing, the Shloka, that is in the Shloka Memorization class, he brings out the crux of a Grahamedi's life. He says that a Grahamedi wastes his life by passing his night in sex and sex and sleep, and his day in making money or maintaining his family. In verse 4, actually, we have to link that also. He explained what is apachatam atmana tattvam. The Grahamedi develops great faith in the next shloka. He explains he develops great faith in the fallible soldiers, that is, but the body, children, and wife, all his family, country, whatever these things are linked with him, and does not see the inevitable destruction of approaching despite his having experience. That is Pachanapi Pachatam. Pachanapi Pachati. Then, as far as the points from Prabhupada's purport, Prabhupada condemns the present human civilization, which is based on the principles of sleeping and sex indulgence at night, and earning money in the day and spending the same for family maintenance. That is point number 1. Actually, the human life is a combination of spirit and matter. The whole purpose of Vedic, that is the whole purpose of Vedic knowledge, is directed in liberating the spirit soul from the combination of matter. That is the idea. One has to be more conscious about the spirit soul. Prabhupada defines them, those people as karmis who are unaware of this knowledge, and this knowledge is known as Atma Tattvam, and they are engaged in materialistic life. Next point is, those who are above karmis and fruitive workers, or jnanis, yogis, and devotees, they are strictly prohibited from sex indulgence. The karmis are more or less devoid of Atma Tattva knowledge, and as such, their life is spent without spiritual benefit. Then the point number 4 is my own. The purpose of occupational duties is nicely brought out in the verse number 128, Srimad Bhagavatam, that is Canto 1, Chapter 2.8. Dharma swanishtita pumsam vishwaksena katasuyaha na utpadir ediratim sramayavihi kevalam. If the activities of a person does not provide attraction for the message of Godhead, it is very much of a useless labor. These are all the points I have to say. And apart from this, when I was yesterday hearing a lecture from Prabhupada, actually I heard one particular another verse from, this is from Canto number 7, that is chapter number 9 and verse number 45. Yanmai maitunadi grihamedi sukam pricham kanduyanena karo yariva dukka dukkam triptyanti neha krishna dukkha majaha kandutivan manasidam vishaheta deraha. This sloka, the translation goes like this. Actually, Prabhupada, Sukadeva compares the sex life is compared to the rubbing of two hands to relieve an itch. Grihamedis, Grihamedis are so-called Grahasthas. Grihamedis he calls as so-called Grahasthas who have no spiritual knowledge, think that this itching is the greatest platform of happiness, although actually it is a source of distress. This, the Kripanas, actually, they are being also described as Kripanas by Sukadeva Goswami. The fools who are just opposite to Brahmanas are not satisfied by repeated sense enjoyment. Those who are dhira, however, who are sober and who tolerate this itching are not subject to the sufferings of fools and rascals. Because I happened here yesterday the lecture on 2.14, this particular reference was given by Prabhupada in his thing. So I thought I will also share it in the class.
Okay.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you. So, thank you very much. Now we go to Jaimala Mataji. Mataji, I hope you also memorized it, and maybe you can also sum it up in
Yes,
the end.
Prabhu.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Nidraya hriyate naktam vyavayena cha vavayaha divacharte haya rajan kutumba bharanena va.
Very nice.
So this verse talks about the activities of the Grahamedi, and it says that the Grahamedi spends his night either in sexual indulgence or in sleeping, and during the day he works very hard to maintain his family members. So Sukdev Goswami is coming up very strongly against the way of life of Grahamedi, and the Srimad Bhagavatam exhorts us to utilize our rare human birth, not in just furthering our material desires and living a completely materialistic way of life, but to think beyond it, to think of Atma Tattva, transcendence, and find out a way to come out of this material existence, this bondage that we are in. And the human life offers a very rare opportunity, which we should all utilize. It is a journey from Grahamedi to becoming a grahastha. And
Grahastha.
you very rightly told, Prabhu, that this is a very, it can be called as a mirror verse. It shows us a mirror of how we are. And most majority of the people, we will find that, it can come under this category. And anybody who is thinking about um, developing a spiritual bent of life is almost countercultural, I would say. So it's quite a journey. So
It's quite
thank
a
you,
journey,
Prabhu.
correct?
Yes,
Yes.
yes. Thank you, Prabhu.
So, thank you,
Hare
Mataji. Hare Krishna. So, many of the verses in Shastra actually reveal us where we are. And then there are many verses in Shastra which tells us that what now we are supposed to do when we are able to. So, when we read these verses, our faith in Shastra actually should increase, because these kind of verses, they, when they tell us our position, then we kind of realize that, oh, the scriptures actually know what are we doing. The scriptures know what our psychology is, what our mentality is. So, and they are not celebrating this kind of mentality. Sometimes in the common society, kutumba bharanenava means maintaining family members. So this is considered to be a very pious activity, very noble activity. But in Srimad Bhagavatam terms, this is not something which is a very great activity. Kutumba Bharanena, actually even animals are doing. If you see the birds, the animals, they are also taking care of their offspring, their children, their family members. So nothing special we are doing, Kutumba Bharanena, or earning money or earning some pleasures and some comforts for life. Even animals are doing that. So what make a human being very special is once he starts to inquire about the transcendental life, the life beyond this material world. So that is something which Bhagavatam is encouraging us, and Prabhupada has given a very uh, uh, concise purport to this, where he is mentioning here at the bottom, if you see, the materialistic way of life is described here in a nutshell, and how foolishly men waste the boon of human life as described as follows. So we kind of end here. I think our next class we should start now, the Bhagavatam study class. So thank you for all joining us and participating in this verse recitation uh, class program. So with all that, all glories to Srimad Bhagavatam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. We now end this class and join our next program. Thank you very much.